Sometimes life gives us some opportunity to make the best out of a situation. This year, in over 20 plus years, I will be alone during Christmas. A few weeks ago, I had the realization that my son and my daughter are not going to be home during part of Christmas. And during that time, I would possibly be making a dinner, but by the time they got home, they're most likely not going to be hungry for, which is completely understandable. So I'd like to say I did not go down the path of poor me, but that's not true. I did. I was starting to feel bad for myself. Oh, I'm not getting to make Christmas dinner as I always had. I'm not able to do this. I'm not able. And it didn't feel very good. And the great thing is, I didn't stay in that kind of a thought for long because I realized it wasn't serving. And there's also a really good quote out there, too. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up again. I switched things around and viewed it into of how can I look at this in a more empowering way? How can I make the best out of the situation? Because remember, we do have a choice. We have a choice on whether we want to go down a disempowering road or whether we want to go down an empowering road. And I get it. The disempowering is so easy. We are conditioned that way. We are defaulted that way. We are wired that way. However, we don't have to stay there. We do get a choice. It's just this one, it's a lot more challenging. There's a lot more work that gets to get done. And however, it's much more rewarding. Remember, it's not always easy, but it's doable. So I got the opportunity to make the best out of it. And by thinking that way and looking at things that way, I started to overall feel better. So then all these ideas were coming to mind. And I figured, well, instead of making a Christmas dinner feast, I'll make an awesome breakfast Christmas feast. And something interesting about me, I tend to wake up incredibly early, naturally. And the funny part with all that is I was a habitual snooze slammer. I used to, when the alarm went off, I would hit that thing so many times. I mastered the art of getting ready in less than like 5 minutes. But anyhow, that's a story for another time. But yeah, now I naturally get up, and it's most of the time it's before the sun even rises. So thanks, Uncle G, on that one. So what I plan on doing, because I'm going to be up so early anyhow, I'm going to take that time to start prepping and start doing the slow cooking. I'm going to make a ham. I'm going to make a double cooked smashed potato country style potatoes, um, cranberry, eggs, gravy, some rolls. Just even talking about it, I'm getting hungry. So by the time people wake up around 9:30, because most of the time I'm up before about 4 o'clock or so, um, I'll have everything ready, and either we'll have breakfast or we'll open presents and have breakfast. And then everybody will be off. And at that point in time, then I will be by myself. And again, that's okay, because what I'm going to do is something that I enjoy doing. So I'm actually going to go hiking. And out here in Arizona, a few wonderful things that we have is some beautiful hiking trails. So I plan on going hiking, and as well too, since it's December time, the temperatures are a lot cooler. So it's not 120 plus degrees and I have to worry about melting while I'm hiking. So I'm going to go hiking, and I'm really looking forward to it. And while I'm hiking, I plan on doing some reflecting. And with those reflections, going through of all the things that I am really grateful for what I have and the experiences that I had gone through. And just in case like lack starts popping into my head, that's okay. That's just my younger version attempting to share. And now my wiser side gets to interpret that. And that's something too I do as well with my clients. I guide them towards a different and more empowering perspective on their thoughts. So when the lack thoughts come to play, that's okay. Now I have an opportunity to practice some more and interpret that message from the younger self, letting me know that it's time to refine and clarify on what I truly intend. Converting that moment of lack into an opportunity for transformational clarity. Do your best on where you're at to making the most of things at this time. And give yourself some grace if you're not able to bounce back immediately. Cultivating this type of mindset takes some time, some effort, and work. And I know that firsthand. For me, it's involved overcoming a couple of Christmas challenge memories. One where it was a huge catalyst to a 10-year marriage, and another was from an early childhood memory of when my mother told me that she wished I was never born. There are times I struggle, and that's okay. It's in those moments of getting the opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to grow. Now, keep empowering that mindset because your potential is limitless. And if you hadn't seen or signed up yet for the free 21-day affirmation challenge, then go ahead and check out this video next. This will also too help set you up for a more positive, empowering, successful 2025. Happy Christmas and Merry New Year.